What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys, and this is part 2 of my movie update. And I did part 1 about 3 or 4 days ago, I think 3 days ago. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I will actually leave that video down in the description. But this is going to be part 2 and the final part of movies that I've picked up within the last couple of months. And this is pretty much a lot of different boutique labels, catalog titles that I want to show off and talk about. And at the end, I'm going to kind of show you some other kind of random Blu-rays that I've picked up within the last couple months. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're all having a great week so far. And stay tuned for more videos to come. So starting off, I want to talk about some new Scream Factory titles that I actually just got in the mail yesterday. Haven't had a chance to watch the transfers yet, but I'm looking forward to checking them out. The first one is the collector's edition of 1976's King Kong, which is personally my favorite version of King Kong. I grew up with this movie. I love this film. Still love it today. You know, it's got some like little cheesy moments, some outdated stuff, but that's the charm of it. But yeah, overall, love this movie. Love the cast. Jeff Bridges, Jessica Lange, you know, two of my favorites in Hollywood and just kind of acting-wise. Absolutely love them. And Rick Baker did the makeup and created King Kong for this, so really cool there. This is neat because you are getting the theatrical cut with a brand new transfer, I believe a brand new transfer, and the extended broadcast television cut, which I've never seen, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Plus some bonus features, just like Scream Factory normally does. So I'm looking forward to digging into this and checking it out. I know some people aren't getting the slipcovers with them. I don't know why. I have no idea, but mine came with the slipcover. I don't know if it's a, you know, purchase from Scream Factory and you get the slipcover. I have no idea why some people aren't getting them, but mine came with the slipcover. I was really happy with that. Again, love this movie. I can't really talk about too much of the bonus features or the transfer, but this is the first time that we are getting it here in the US, so I'm really looking forward to watching this on Blu-ray. You know, I'm glad Scream Factory released this, and this is the original artwork, so very happy with that. But yeah, King Kong. I definitely recommend picking that one up if you are a fan of that film. The last two Scream Factory titles came in a couple days ago, and they actually came in like a week and a half before their release date. Again, I haven't watched the transfers yet or the bonus features. I'm going to dig into those soon. Maybe I'll do a review of them. But two of my favorite slasher movies, two of my favorite thrillers from the 80s. I absolutely love these. That is He Knows You're Alone, which has, I think, a few brand new features. Not too much. But, you know, a decent amount. So you are getting some interviews, including one with the director, producer, writer, and then an actor in the movie. You're getting an auto commentary, so you're getting some bonus features with this. I've always loved He Knows You're Alone. This is one of my favorite slasher movies of all time. I think it's creepy. I think it's well made. It came out in the early 80s, 1980 to be exact. So really looking forward to watching this on Blu-ray. One of my favorite slasher movies. And I, like many of you guys, I got some of these movies, or these two titles, with the Eco recycled Blu-ray cases. I don't know why Scream Factory is starting to do that. Hopefully that's not a repeated thing. Because, you know, no one likes the recycled cases. At least I don't like the recycled cases. So I hope they don't do the recycled Eco cases going forward. I actually replaced mine, so no more recycled cases there. But yeah, He Knows You're Alone. One of my favorite slashers, so I'm glad that is available on Blu-ray now. I think it's the first time it's been available on Blu-ray. The next one is Eyes of a Stranger, another great slasher movie thriller from the 80s, 1981. Yeah, 1981, starring Jennifer Jason Leigh. Absolutely love this one again. This is actually quite disturbing. Like He Knows You're Alone, this one's a pretty disturbing movie, and I'm glad we finally have a Blu-ray with the original artwork. You know, I know we had the old, I think it was the Twisted Terror DVD from Warner Brothers. Not the greatest artwork, but we did have it on DVD at least. I'm glad that we have a Blu-ray now with the original artwork. So again, looking forward to digging into this. Again, you have some bonus features on here. I think a few interviews, so really cool there. Actually, about 4 interviews, so pretty awesome. And auto commentary, so really cool there, guys. So Eyes of a Stranger, again, great one from the 80s. If you've never seen this, definitely check it out. And once again, it had one of those eco-friendly cases, and I switched it out. So again, I hope that's not going to be a recurring thing where we get Scream Factories with eco-friendly cases. I know we could switch them out, but in my opinion, if you're paying like almost $30, you should get quality cases. So, but I'm not going to complain too much with Scream Factory. I do love the company. I love Shout Factory, and they do release some great quality stuff. So, very cool. Now going on to a few Arrow titles. I got these during the Easter Carnage sale that Grindhouse.com was having, or Grindhouse Video. I think Grindhouse.com. They were having their Arrow Video Easter Carnage sale, and I did a third order, and I got the 3 titles that I ordered from them. Yesterday I got it in the mail. The first one is pretty much a rebuy. I have the steelbook of it. I love the steelbook, but of course, you know, this was, I think, $12.99 or $14.99. So great deal to just get the standard release, and that is Reanimator. Everybody knows about Reanimator. This is a classic film. Absolutely love this film. This one right here, they did not have the 4K available, but they did have the Blu-ray. A film that I haven't watched too much as a child, so it's not like a childhood favorite, but I remember it being a great movie, so I'm looking forward to rewatching it, and that is Tremors. So, you know, brand new 4K restoration of it, so it's gonna look good. Very excited to just own this on, you know, a great quality Blu-ray, so looking forward to revisiting that one, Tremors. And the last one from that Arrow Video Carnage sale, I got Beyond the Door, which I've never seen this. Again, I think this one might have been $14.99 or $18.99, but I've always wanted to see it. I believe it's a Exorcist ripoff, and I believe this got sued in the 70s. I could be wrong, by Warner Brothers for being an Exorcist ripoff or copying it. So, looking forward to watching it, though. I cannot wait. So, Beyond the Door. Going into about 4 of the Warner Archive titles, and I believe Warner Archive might be going out of business by the end of the year. I could be wrong. I'm hearing rumors. So I had to grab some titles from them, and there's a few other ones that I'm going to grab pretty soon. I've seen all of these movies, so I can talk about these films as well. The first one is Dolores Claiborne, a Stephen King, I think, novel or I think a short story. I think it's a novel, actually. But it's a movie adaptation of one of Stephen King's stories. Dolores Claiborne, one of his most underrated ones. If you guys have never seen this one, I really recommend it. It is a great one. Kathy Bates, again, Jennifer Jason Leigh, a familiar cast in this movie. I think it's an underrated Stephen King adaptation, and one to put in your collection. If you're a fan of Stephen King, and if you've never seen this one, definitely check out Dolores Claiborne. I've yet to watch The Transfer, but Warner Brother Archives, they usually do a great job with their transfers. This one right here I grew up with, and I did not own it on Blu-ray. I did not have the DVD. Great biopic about Selena, and that is Selena with Jennifer Lopez. I drew a blank. Jennifer Lopez starring in it. I remember loving this. It's been a long time since I've seen this. So when I heard that Warner Brother Archive could be going out of print, I had to grab this one. Selena is a great one, and one I'm happy to finally own on Blu-ray. So looking forward to checking out The Transfer soon. The next one is The Hidden. I have a double feature DVD that my buddy Resident Vania sent me over 10 years ago. It's been quite a while. Still have that DVD. Always going to keep that. That's a memory that I have with my buddy Rez, my brother. Bros for life. I love you, buddy. But yeah, The Hidden. I have not watched the Blu-ray yet. It's been a long time since I've seen this film, but I remember thinking this was a great one. I remember it kind of like did like a nice twist, and the movie starts off differently, and then by the end of the film, you're getting a totally different type of genre. But yeah, The Hidden. It's been a while since I've seen this, so I might review this at some point and kind of give you guys my rewatched opinions on it. So The Hidden, though, great movie. Definitely check it out if you've never seen it. And this movie terrified me as a child. I was pretty freaked out by this movie. My sister, Lindsay, I love her. You know, if she didn't want me like in a living room or whatever it may be, she used to put this movie on to frighten me. And it is a scary film in my opinion. Or not scary, but as a child you'd be scared of this movie, at least for me. And that is The Witches. Yes, my sister used to torment me with this movie. But love you, Lindsay. But you did. But The Witches, guys. Classic film, though. Had to own it. Again, Warner Brother Archives. I'm glad I picked it up because if, you know, Warner Brother Archives does go away, this will go out of print at some point. So The Witches, had to pick it up. I'm going to face my fears and watch this again. I kid you not, this movie used to terrify me as a kid. So The Witches. And speaking of The Witches, I did see this movie on HBO Max, and I actually really enjoyed the film. So if I'm going to own this one, I have to own the original film, and that is the 2020 The Witches. I believe 2020, starring Anne Hathaway and Octavia Spencer, and Stanley Tucci. So The Witches, I saw this on HBO Max, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with the movie, and I thought Anne Hathaway did a great job as the Grand Witch. So I'm looking forward to rewatching this at some point. For some reason in the US, this is yet to get a Blu-ray. I believe Canada has a Blu-ray, and the UK does. Ordered this off Amazon, and it took about 3 weeks to get to me. It was shipped from overseas, but it is region-free, I believe. So I think you could play this in you know, a region A player. I believe it's region free. I'm pretty sure it's region free. I could be wrong, but I believe it is region free. Anyway, The Witches, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I had a lot of fun with it. So again, you know, if I own this, I got to get both of them. That's kind of just the completest in me. So The Witches, though, give it a watch. I know it's on HBO Max, so check it out if you guys want to. The next two titles are from Kino Lumbar. I wanted to add these to my collection. One is an upgrade, and the other movie is a film I have yet to own on DVD or Blu-ray. So this is the upgrade, and that is My Boyfriend's Back, a 1993 film. I grew up with this movie. This was, for me, one of those memories, going to the video store, renting this on VHS, and I believe I probably saw the movie 3 or 4 times when I rented that VHS tape. Anyway, My Boyfriend's Back, for me, in my opinion, this is a great 90s movie, one that I, again, grew up with and have a lot of memories with. Rewatched it last year on the old Mill Creek Blu-ray, and I still love this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I think you have a great cast here, a lot of early, you know, on-screen appearances from, well, let's see, I'm trying to get the names, let's see. Donald, like, Matthew Fox is in this. Phyllis Seymour Hoffman's in this movie. He plays one of the high school bullies, and you actually have, like, a quick appearance from Matthew McConaughey. So, My Boyfriend's Back. Really excited to finally own the Kino Lumbar title. Did not know this was released for a while until, I think, the beginning of this year. And so, it has some brand new interviews, one of them being the star of the movie, Andrew Lowry, hopefully I'm saying his name right, lead guy right there. So really cool, but yeah, My Boyfriend's Back. I'm looking forward to watching this transfer of the movie, and I'm looking forward to checking out all the bonus features. So really cool as well, because you do get that classic VHS artwork there, so really neat. And then you do get the artwork that was on the Mill Creek release, which is right there. So I'm more of a fan of that classic VHS artwork, though. Right there. So love that. The next one, again, is a Kino Lumbar title. Kino Lumbar title. Tongue twisters. that I did not own on DVD at all. I actually watched this with a buddy of mine a couple years ago, and I had a lot of fun with this movie. Again, if you love 80s films, this is one to check out. I found this on eBay for like $25 brand new, and I don't know if it's out of print because Amazon did not have it available for the longest time, and I know their website, Kino's website, had it for $14.99, but it was out of stock. So I don't know if it's going to come back in print, but I did find one on eBay for $25, and I had to own it. That is The Wildlife. Such a great movie here, written by Cameron Crowe, who did, again, drawing a blank on some of his movies. Say Anything, one of my favorites. I love Say Anything, and Almost Famous. There you go. Cameron Crowe wrote this movie. He also wrote, and I did not know this, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, so that's really cool there. But yeah, The Wildlife, just a fun 80s teen movie, young adult film. You got Chris Penn in here, Leah Thompson, Jenny Wright, Eric Stoltz, Rick Moranis. So many familiar faces that you would see in other films. But yeah, The Wildlife. I had to pick this one up. Again, great 80s, teen, young youth movie. And I'm looking forward to rewatching this one on Blu-ray, The Wildlife. Now going on to some Disney Movie Club exclusive Blu-ray. So I do not have Disney Movie Club, but I find these on eBay for a pretty good price. I think the highest I pay for each of these is like $25 to $30. I think around the same price on their website. I could be wrong. But I wanted to grab these titles here. These are films that I grew up with. Some of them are first-time purchases for me that I did not have on DVD, and some are upgraded movies from DVD to Blu-ray. The first one is The Parent Trap, the remake of The Parent Trap. I grew up with this movie. I remember when this movie came out. I believe I saw this movie in theaters. Could be wrong. I can't remember if I saw this in theaters or on VHS for the first time. But yeah, The Parent Trap, I thought this was a great, solid Disney remake of the original film. So starring Lindsay Lohan, Dennis Quaid, and the actress Natasha Richardson. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. The late Natasha. I know she passed away in the kind of mid-2000s. But The Parent Trap, looking forward to rewatching this. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I just thought this was a fun one growing up. The next two movies I did not have on DVD, so these are the first time I'm owning these movies. I might have had them on VHS when I was a kid, but that is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. So two great childhood favorites of mine. Had to finally own these. I did not know these were available on Blu-ray, so I went on eBay, found a really good price for them, so I wanted to pick up both of these. Another one that I upgraded on is Freaky Friday, the 2003 movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. Again, a film I grew up with, a childhood favorite, and one I had on DVD, but I found the Blu-ray, I think, for $25 on eBay, brand new, so I wanted to pick that one up. So Freaky Friday. The next two is an original film and its sequel. Again, I grew up with these movies, especially the first movie. And I know a lot of people who grew up in the 90s or who, kind of just were raised in the 90s would know about the first movie. I don't know about the second movie, but that is the Goofy movie. This is just nostalgic for a lot of people. So 95 is when this came out, I believe. 95 or 96. Absolutely love the Goofy movie, so I had to pick that one up. And then I picked up its sequel, an extremely goofy movie, which this one I think just went straight to VHS. But I remember when the VHS came out, and I remember picking it up and watching it all the time. So I wanted to pick up the sequel as well. And the last of the Disney Movie Club exclusive Blu-rays that I picked up is a recent one. This is a film, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite Disney animated movies, but it's one of the most underrated ones. And it took forever for a Blu-ray to come out of this movie. And that is The Black Cauldron. I don't know if you guys remember this one. This came out, I believe, in 1985. So 3 years before I was born, but it did not do well at the box office. I believe it was like a little bit more darker of a Disney movie compared to some of the other films. So I don't think a lot of people like this movie. A lot of parents didn't like it. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that was the case. And for the longest time, there was no Blu-ray, there was VHS, there was DVD, and then Disney announced this year that they were going to release it on Blu-ray from Disney Movie Club. So picked this one up on eBay. I think this, again, was maybe like $35, so a little bit too much probably compared to the Disney Movie Club website, but I had to own it and had to pick it up. So the Black Cauldron, absolutely love that film. And the last 4 titles are just catalog titles that I wanted to add into my collection. I want to give a shout out to Garrett from Born to Be Rad and Wes from Dead Pit. I believe they were the ones that talked about this movie. I've never seen this film, but I picked it up from Second Sight Films, and that is Flight of the Navigator. So hopefully I said that right. I've never seen this movie, but their review and their conversation about this film made me want to go pick this one up, and I found this on eBay for $25. I believe this is region locked or region free. I think it's region locked, so I think it's region B. So I think you have to have a you have to have a region free player for it. It could be region free, so I will try to post a comment somewhere in the comment section down below and let you guys know if this is region free or not. So just stay tuned for that and look out for that in the comments somewhere. But yeah, Flight of the Navigator, I believe it's a early 80s Disney movie. I believe it's a Disney movie, and one I've never seen, but I love nostalgic stuff. I love pretty much anything that comes out from the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, those are some of the best. So Flight of the Navigator, looking forward to checking this out on Blu-ray, checking it out for the first time, and checking out all the bonus features, because this thing is loaded with bonus features, so really cool. So yeah, looking forward to that. So shout out to Garrett and Wes. Yeah, thanks for talking about this movie, because I've never seen this, so I'm looking forward to watching it. This one I grew up with, or I didn't grow up with this movie, but I saw this movie when it came out for the first time on VHS, late 90s, I would say like 97, 98. Alicia Silverstone stars in the movie, and Benicio del Toro, hopefully I'm saying his name right, and that is Excess Baggage. Excess Baggage? I think I said that right. One of those Mill Creek titles with the VHS slipcover, which I love these things. I think these are really, really awesome. I have not seen this since it first came out on VHS, so I remember a little bit about this movie. I haven't watched it yet on Blu-ray, but it was $7.99 on Amazon, so I had to grab that one there. Again, I love these VHS covers, or these VHS slipcovers. I think they're really, really neat. This one says, "Please be kind and to remember to rewind." So very neat there, guys. There's the original artwork right there, or one of the original artworks. So very neat. Mill Creek, I like them. They're, a really good price, and the transfers overall, for most part, are really good. So they're doing a great job with these slipcover releases. I like these a lot. And the last 2 catalog titles, or I don't know if they're just random Blu-rays that I picked up, are upgrades on Blu-ray. So I had some of these on DVD at one point. I have one of these on DVD right now. But the first one is a double feature pack with Laid to Rest and Laid to Rest, Chrome Skull Laid to Rest 2. I love the first Laid to Rest. Sequel, not so much, but I went on eBay. I wanted to see if the first one was available on Blu-ray, and I found this for $12.99. So it was a great deal for both of these. I will give the second one a rewatch once I watch the first one. I'll go ahead and watch the second one. This is region locked. I believe this is region locked. So you have to have a region-free player for this one. But yeah, had to own this. Big fan of the first movie. I feel like the character Chrome Skull just kind of went under the radar. I believe they were going to do a third movie and they never did it. I don't think the second one was a big hit. I don't think a lot of people talked about it. But the first movie I loved. So this came out around the same time as like Victor Crowley, the Hatchet, Victor Crowley, the Hatchet series. And it wasn't as big of a hit, and they didn't really go too far with the Laid to Rest franchise. So the first movie, though, I remember loving. I think the character of Chrome Skull is a great villain in a slasher franchise, or just a slasher altogether. And love the first movie. Looking forward to rewatching the second one. Maybe it will be better a second viewing. But this is cool because you do get 2 Blu-rays here. So you get the first one on Blu-ray and the second one on Blu-ray. And it is reversible because when you get it originally, you are going to have that big kind of 18 rating on there. So you can actually flip it around and get that artwork there. So yeah, looking forward to rewatching both of these movies. It's been a long time since I've actually seen Laid to Rest, so I'm looking forward to rewatching that and rewatching the second movie. I think that was, again, $12.99 on eBay. Another one that was, I think, $15.99 on eBay. Got it from the same seller. I have not seen this one in a long time. I love the first movie. I think the first one's great. I remember watching this one for the first time and really liking it. And then there was something about it when I rewatched it for a second time that I thought it kind of went down in quality. But I had the first movie. I'm a completist. I wanted to get this on Blu-ray and rewatch the first movie and rewatch this one. And that is The Descent 2. So, straight to video sequel. You have returning characters from the first movie. The lead character from the first movie comes back in this movie. They go back to the cave. So I haven't seen this one in such a long time. Again, I've watched it twice. The first time when I first saw it when it came out, I really enjoyed it. And then the second time I watched it, I think it went down in quality or down in rewatchability. So I'm looking forward to checking it out again. It's been a long time since I've seen The Descent, and it's been a long time since I've seen Part 2. But I do love the first movie. That is one of my favorite horror movies from the 2000s and one of my modern favorite horror movies. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a great week so far. And I will either be back this week or next week with a new video. If not the end of this week, I will be back next week. So as always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles. And so much love to you all. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay. Bye, guys.